Hello! In today's video, we'll show our trip to Bombay Beach on the Salton Sea and our visit to Slab City. Both of these places have a pretty interesting story to them that I'll get into in this video. Our first stop was to Bombay Beach, but to tell you about Bombay Beach, I feel I need to tell you the story of the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea was formed around 1900 when a canal was built from the Colorado River to the Old Alamo River. Water from spring floods broke through a canal head gate and flowed into the Salton Basin for 2 years before repairs to the head gate could be completed. This water flowing into a dry lake bed formed what we now call the Salton Sea. Normally, this lake would have dried up, except farmers used so much water from the Colorado River for irrigation and let the overflow go into the newly formed lake. This lake became a tourist destination well into the 80s. Even celebrities would visit on holiday. Resorts would host entertainers like the Beach Boys and Frank Sinatra as well. All this to say that it was a beautiful place to visit until the farmers had begun using more modern techniques for irrigation and thus using water more efficiently. Between that and evaporation, the lake began to dry up. Further escalating problems, according to Wikipedia, gravity carries the agricultural runoff downhill through the New and Alamo rivers to the lake. The water is full of salt, selenium, and fertilizers, which are mainly nitrates. As it drains through the soil, the water leaches out ancient salt deposits that also raise the salinity. Evaporation in the desert heat further concentrates the salt. The transformation of the lake made it increasingly inhospitable to wildlife. By the late 1970s, fish started dying off and the bird populations declined. Thus, the sea is now too full of salt and fertilizer runoff. You cannot swim, float, or boat in this lake anymore. The wildlife has nearly completely gone as well. The fish died, so the birds had nothing to eat. I did see a few birds while there, but none that stayed, and they definitely didn't get anything from the water. Now that you know about the Salton Sea, I can tell you more about Bombay Beach. This, of course, was one of the popular destinations for tourists and celebrities. Many residents and tourists were driven out by the smell of the rotting fish and fear of health issues arising from the issues with the Salton Sea. Now, it has enjoyed a bit of a rebirth due to artists coming in and creating installations, sculptures, and even fake bars, lemonade stands, etc. around the town and on the beach. The locals also host the Bombay Beach Biennial, an annual art festival in the town. The town's sandy shores in GTA 5 is partially based on Bombay Beach, according to Wikipedia. It still definitely has that dystopian Fallout tragedy vibe going on, and is definitely a cool place to visit. I would just admonish to be respectful of the locals, as this town is their home and they are people just living their lives. After visiting Bombay Beach, we made our way over to Slab City. Slab City is an unincorporated, off-the-grid community. It takes its name from the leftover slabs of foundation left after a Marine Corps training camp was torn down. Slab City has drawn a variety of people such as anarchists, artists, eccentrics, outcasts, retirees, and others. Our first stop was at Salvation Mountain. This was created by the late Leonard Knight, who was a resident of Slab City according to Wikipedia. It is still maintained by volunteers of a nonprofit developed to take care of the monument, and they do take donations for upkeep. I'll drop a link to the official website for more information and history. The monument and Slab City in general are very unique, and our experience with those we interacted with were very open and friendly. While filming, we did ask for permission and were respectful of any boundaries the locals had. Some welcome you to film and will tell you the story of what they've created, but remember, it's still their home. Parts of the community are not to be filmed, and while most of the people living there are characters in their own right, not all want to interact or be filmed. So if you go, just be mindful of the community. The stories you do get to hear are fascinating, and the people deserve to be listened to. No matter your beliefs, religion, or spirituality, I believe this unique tribute, started by one individual and then upheld by others, is incomparable. The atmosphere of the location is incredibly captivating and definitely worth experiencing firsthand. After leaving Salvation Mountain, we made our way to a selection of Slab City called East Jesus. This is where we found the most friendly people with stories to tell and their art or establishments to show. There are also makeshift public places for the inhabitants to visit and even a public library. Once in East Jesus, our first stop was at Dot's place. She's well known in her own right, and we found her to be super friendly and welcoming.
And it goes towards that dining room, and then off to the right, you'll see taxidermy dinner party. Get up inside that trailer and get do all this middle part here, and then out the front by the mile 420 sign, you got the bone collection.
Awesome. Thank
So
you.
you're welcome to explore, and I'll answer any questions you have.
All right.
I'm gonna put the pool areas off first.
Oh, no. No
There's
pool?
nothing there. See, it's right here. This is the pool area.
Oh, nice.
So it's actually kind of interesting. So in the summertime, I have it completely shaded, right?
Right.
But this time of year, I wanted it so that it could be open and let the sun come in and heat up the water. And these hay bales actually work as benches, but also as insulation. So in the summertime, it works like it's underground when it's shaded.
Oh, that's so
and it
cool.
keeps it nice and cool. But
Right.
those are hay bales covered in sheets and then painted.
That's awesome.
Right? It makes some interesting.
Yeah.
Cove.
So you do fill it
Mermaid
with water then.
cove.
I like that.
So I'm getting ready to paint it, and this other paint that I got here, you can see it's been here for a minute, but it's, it's cooling paint, right? So it works. It has a cooling technology to it. You put it on like concrete floors or patios and things.
After finishing at House of Dots, we wandered around close by, viewing the various other art pieces placed around by others from the community as well. We enjoyed hearing from the people who take care of the pieces, and it seems as well as the community. So how long have you been here?
I've been here about 12 years off and on.
Wow.
Okay. This is the work of over 2,000 artists and more than 10 years, more than 12 years. And so you have over 2,000 egos trying to get your attention all at the same time.
You wrangle them.
It's a sensory overload.
Right.
It's like you go to a gallery, if the guy does horses, for instance, you'll see, horses of every style, every color.
Right.
Here you have 2,000 egos and whatever happens to catch their attention at the moment.
Right.
All right. Yes. Oh, everything is touchable.
Okay.
Okay. If you touch it and it breaks, we blame it on the artist. We say the artist used shoddy workmanship when they built it, or it wouldn't have broken when you touched it. You are a mature adult. You would not break it on purpose. Therefore, the responsibility falls squarely upon the shoulders of the artist who made it. It's common sense. It really is.
Right.
No, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. In conclusion of our visit to Bombay Beach and Slab City, we encountered a wealth of insights to ponder and reflect upon. Each of us who explored these places that day left with unique perspectives, learning valuable lessons, and gaining new understandings. Personally, I departed with a renewed appreciation for the artistic potential found in unlikely places and a heightened awareness of our impact on the environment. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.